Good afternoon. This is CEDAWinLAW, broadcasting live from 10 Downing Street. We have with us Janice Chapman and Sharon Wheeler from the best team out of CEDAWinLAW, veteran volunteers, and the Honourable Dr. Jocelynne Scutt AO, who presided over two people's tribunals, authored two reports which have been submitted as evidence to various organisations awaiting feedback. And we have three letters, one for the PM, one for the Prime Minister, one for the Chancellor of the Exchequer, and one for the Women and Equalities Minister. Over to you, Jocelynne.
We're here at number 10 Downing Street, and behind this door resides a new Prime Minister, Prime Minister Burnham. We are here to say a wrong that was committed 30 years ago in the passage of the State Pension Act 1995 must be undone. The State Pension Act of 1995 was passed with the government at that time and the entire Parliament that supported that bill when it went through to become an act, was acting in contravention of the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. That convention, CEDAW, was passed, was approved, was signed by the United Kingdom government in 1981. It was ratified in 1986. Now, with ratification, what that meant was that the government at that time in 1986 should have set a team to review all legislation to ensure that it did not discriminate against women, and if it did, it would be repealed, it would be amended, it would be adjusted. However, almost 10 years after that, 1986, what happened? But the Parliament passed an act, a bill that became the State Pension Act, which discriminated against women explicitly and was explicitly in contravention of CEDAW, the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. Now, we know that in this country, Parliament is sovereign. So Parliament is allowed to do whatever it wants, but it, in the end, is not really allowed to pass an act that is contrary to its undertaking in international law, namely CEDAW, the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. So now, 40 years after ratification of CEDAW, 30 years after the passage of the 1995 State Pension Act, what are women asking for? And it's not just a small group of women. It's 3.9 million women who are represented by not just the one organisation with which the government appears to be talking whenever it does talk to women on this issue. CEDAWinLAW represents 3.9 million women, and there are other bodies around the United Kingdom that represent their group of women in their particular locale, in Wales, for example, and in different parts of this country. Every time the Department of Works and Pensions makes an administrative decision that impacts on, that puts into effect the State Pension Act provisions that discriminate against women, it is creating and compounding a wrong. What is necessary is for the government to engage in mediation with women to ensure that a rightful outcome can be arrived at in relation to this egregious wrong. And the request is to the Prime Minister Burnham, to re-look at this issue, to consider it afresh. When there's a new Prime Minister at number 10, appointing a different cabinet, a different ministry, then we can look to a more positive approach to this wrong that's been done to women. Women of the 1950s cohort have been discriminated, are being discriminated against on grounds of sex. They're being discriminated against on grounds of age. That's both direct discrimination on grounds of sex, direct discrimination on grounds of age, and there's a potential indirect discrimination case or claim in relation to marital status. So I am now going to knock on the door at number 10. I'm going to ring that. It's not a bell, it's a push drumming thing. I cannot think of the name, but I'm going to actually pick it up. I'm going to bang on that door. I'm going to say, Prime Minister Burnham, listen to women, make sure that your representatives, that is the secretaries of state, the government bureaucrats that are involved in this, engage in mediation so that a just outcome, a just solution can be arrived at for a just cause. Thank you. Door knocker. It's the door knocker.
Hello, how may I help you?
I've got a letter, a petition to deliver to the Prime Minister Burnham.
Okay, there's no videoing of this, I'm afraid. There's only photos only, still photos only.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll video you then.
Is it open?
Yes.
Already?
It is most certainly.
Okay, and those ones as well.
Yes.
And have you got return of address details so that someone can reply to you?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's great. Okay, do you want to take a still photo of them presenting the petition, madam?
Sorry?
Do you want to take a still photo of
Oh, okay.
presenting the petition?